These are the best casting choices of the DCEU. What's up guys, welcome back to Superhero Legacy. My name is Liam and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the characters in the DCEU who I think were best cast. With the DC Extended Universe finally over, many would agree that there were a lot of disappointing decisions, irretractable mistakes, and straight up bad movies, but there was one thing it sometimes got right: the casting. I'm not going to sit here and say that every character was perfectly cast because that's simply not true. In fact, there were some casting decisions that were utterly egregious or completely incompatible with the comic counterpart of the character. However, there's no denying that the DCEU had some top tier casting, so let's get into it. The first and obvious one is Henry Cavill. Even though Zack Snyder's interpretation of the character wasn't my preferred interpretation of the character, I can still admit that Cavill was a perfect actor for Superman. Not only does he look exactly like him, but Henry Cavill as a person also possesses many of the characteristics that Superman possesses. It's just easy to tell that he's a good-natured man who's humble and well respected. He seems like an incredibly nice person with a very soft heart who embodies the themes of Superman on an everyday basis. I think Henry Cavill really understood this character, which makes it even more frustrating that he never got to play the version of Superman that he or I would have liked to see, but let's keep moving on. As much as I want to say Henry Cavill was the best casting choice of the DCEU, I can't. That title belongs to Margot Robbie. This woman has incredible acting talent and her depiction of Harley Quinn was spot on. She did such a phenomenal job of playing this wacky, high energy and oddly charismatic character. I think this is one of the best castings in any comic book film, and it's hard to imagine anyone else playing Harley Quinn. She absolutely owned this role, playing every facet of the character. She was funny, she was quirky, she was crazy, she was irresistible, she had tons of personality, and she was a total badass. The next casting decision on my list is Ben Affleck. I actually don't think Ben Affleck gets enough credit as Batman. While we never saw him with his own movie, which was a shame, I do still think Ben Affleck was a good Batman. Again, I don't completely agree with some of the decisions that were made for this character, but for a darker, grittier, and more intimidating version of Batman, he definitely played the part. I think he gave a great representation of what many people see Batman as, but I don't think Batman should be a violent killer. I don't think he should be rageful and full of hatred, and I don't think that he should be completely devoid of emotion. With that said though, there's no doubt that Ben Affleck was a great actor to play this more damaged and darker Batman in Zack Snyder's universe. Next up is Gal Gadot. Now I know a lot of people don't think Gal is a good actress, and I don't particularly think that she's a great actress either. She's really one of those people who plays the same type of character in every movie, but that type of character she plays is perfect for Wonder Woman. Gal does a great job of playing a badass female warrior, and she's definitely beautiful enough to play the role. The next actress I have is someone who I feel people don't talk enough about, and that's Viola Davis. I think Viola Davis was phenomenal for Amanda Waller. She did an exceptional job of playing the heartless and deceptive personality of this character. The movies made you really not like her, but that's when you know she did an excellent job. Next up I have Zachary Levi. Zachary was great at playing the adult body of Shazam. You can tell that he was just having a lot of fun as this character, and he was so good at playing the personality of a teenager in a mature man's body. The best parts about the first Shazam movie is when it leaned into Billy learning to use his newfound powers and trying to be a superhero, and that was all due to Zachary Levi's performance as an adolescent child. Next up is John Cena as Peacemaker. I actually think that John Cena is a very underrated actor. He's a rising Hollywood figure, and I think he's only now getting the recognition that he deserves. Peacemaker was a character I never knew I wanted, but he turned out to be one of the best characters in the DCEU. There was something so interesting and captivating about him. It's really hard to empathize with a character you know is bad, but John Cena's efforts make you really connect with him and understand where he's coming from. Part of it was of course because of James Gunn, but a large majority of it is because of John Cena's great performances. Another underrated actor of the DCEU is Patrick Wilson as Ocean Master. Ocean Master is one of my favorite DC villains, and I think Patrick Wilson was fantastic for him. Orm is a complex character who's not just greedy, but he's actually passionate about Atlantis and he really cares about his kingdom. The security of his underwater nation is a priority to him, and he truly does love his brother, but at the same time, he's overrun with vengeance and he's ignorant to the wrongdoings he commits. Patrick did a great job at representing this multifaceted character, and he was able to effectively play the stern, confident, and rough-edged traits indicative of a king, but also those malicious and ill-intended traits indicative of a supervillain. I think think he was perfectly chosen to act as Ocean Master, and he had a powerful stage presence. But these are all the main casting choices I have on my list. There were a lot of other characters who I think were very well cast, but again, these were the big ones that came to my mind. I do want to quickly mention some other people who I want to give appreciation to, so here they are. Russell Crowe as Jor-El, Michael Shannon as General Zod, Chris Pine as Steve Trevor, Xolo Mariduena as Blue Beetle, Idris Elba as Bloodsport, Will Smith as Deadshot, Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, and Jeremy Irons as Alfred Pennyworth. With all that said, let me know who you think are the best casting choices of the DCEU, but for now, peace. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Please like and subscribe for more superhero content, and share your thoughts of my picks for the best casting choices of the DCEU down in the comments below. You can check out some of my other videos right over here, but for now, thank you so much for watching and stay super.